Hello, everybody. This is a grumpy old guy gaming. I do apologize. I have been working on something and I just haven't had the time to get it in the can this week. Just not enough time to finish it up. Hopefully next week. But that comes with a big qualifier because next week's one of those weeks where I got some family stuff coming up and I always put family first when it comes to this deal. Try to set aside as much time as I can. So hopefully we get at least a couple videos out, but I will have to be very much in the crunch early on. That said, for this week, in lieu of what I was planning, let's go ahead and go on a run. Recording this on a Fragment Friday, and we are in one of my favorite servers to run of all time, the Mackerel server, right up there with Shining Darkness and Crab server, of course. Golden Sashimi Beta. It's a level 50 fire field. Let's see how it goes for us. Got the sort of wasteland field. And before I have a time to throw any buffs up, we're greeted by an Easter Rock. Trade some hits back and forth. Of course, Grumpo Guy, my long arm. Very much kind of a heat seeker on this. 100% critical on Crim's Spear. Just going to be doling out damage here. Get through these Easter Rocks. Throw a quick heal out there. Bit under level for us. Get a point each from there. Just kind of random worded till I hit something in the 50s. Going to throw up Rig Game, Rig Same, and just to make sure we stay on our roll, use a Hunter's Blood for the accuracy boost. Pick up some Twilight Onions, the grunty food of the field. And come up against Wonder Demon. I was actually wondering if I should open with a skill, and Fire Tolerant enemy tells me not so much. Make short work of the demon. Grab an experience there. Pick up App Core for an attack boost as well. Only good things can come from that. As you can see, we're up to a solid 324 on our criticals when hitting full damage on the Easter Rock. And yeah, takes maybe a half dozen hits or so to take the Easter Rock down from there. Having AppCorv and AppTorv just huge for us. An extra +5 to our attack and a +15 to our physical accuracy. Getting 1,000 off before it even gets a chance to attack. Seems like we're in relatively safe ground here. And this is, I think, the second time I've had my long arm out since I pulled the vaunted cat's boots I was looking for so long. Big challenge for the field looks to be a Dalagon Anik, Darkness Dragon. Breath weapon misses, and then it's all over but the shouting. A little disappointing when you're looking at the big enemy and it misses with its breath attack. I was kind of wondering where that would measure up damage-wise, but I'm sure we'll run into another before the end of it here. 3 Easter Rocks, something we got to be careful about here. Make sure they don't get a chance to do the chain heals. As you could see, those multi-hit attacks also kind of a problem. Do manage to take all 3 down. Took a nice chunk of damage there early on, but able to survive. Now a pair of Easter Rocks. One nice thing about them as a melee character is they naturally split themselves out of the portal. Kind of frustrating for a Wave Master, because if you don't catch them like the second the portal opens, you're going to get one or the other. For a melee character, it just kind of makes the combat simpler because you don't have to deal with both at the same time. Looks like Rig Game and Rig Same are running out. Do a quick refresh of those. Should not be a problem for App Torv or App Do, as the timer on those two buffs is a little quicker. Seems like I ran for Cat's Boots forever, and in all honesty, it was probably one of the quicker grabs for me. I ran it a couple weeks, but honestly, it was maybe a day per week those weeks. Maybe once I got on a couple times. Managed to pull it on stream. Unfortunately, internet got a little screwy afterwards, so the stream was cut short. Was running with my Wave Master to pull. There you see, we got a little over a quarter of our health taken down by the Wrath weapon. So Dalagon Anik, a beatable foe, as you'd expect, being, I want to say 7 levels over at this point, but could certainly sneak up and take us out if we aren't careful. Picking up some stone greaves out of the chest. Really banking the onions here. Another Wonder Demon. Always feels good to get 1,000 damage in before the attack. I don't know why that number feels so good to me, but it's a solid thing to hit. Get that thou and just keep rolling. Maybe it's because 1,000 damage can pretty much do me in. Sitting at 1132. A sizable health point total. It's respectable, I'll say that. Lone Easter Rock hanging out here. Just one more portal here in the field. There goes our speed boost. And yeah, we finished with a Dalagon Anik. Nice dragon versus long arm battle here. Take a couple chomps. See the skill just nowhere near where it needs to be on damage. Accuracy boost wore off. I think it did its job though, and there goes App Corv. Handled the field ably, just going to make a run here. Here's some heavy footsteps, so we've got one more Wandering Dragon. And there you can see without our boost, we're hitting for 276 on the Dragon. Still a solid amount of damage, but nowhere near the towering amounts we were getting. Over 300, just kind of trivializing combats there. There goes Rig Game and Rig Same, so we're in for a quick heal as we get to the dungeon. Just to top things off. Granted, Rig Same would have probably had us by the time we throw it on to refresh inside, but all things equal, get that heal in before we enter. Beautiful checkerboard flooring here. We'll rolled out the bluish green carpet for us. Actually really like that shade. Back in the PS2 era, where a good deal of my friends and I would play Madden simply to create teams and just goof off and see who can come up with the dumbest play on the create a play that still worked. That's usually the shade of bluish green I used for my team. Got some neon bluish purple lava there and a Dalagon Anik, getting all the neon coloration in between that and that purple breath weapon. Another treasure here. That time we pick up the moon. Looks to be a rather sprawling first floor here. We've got a couple different directions we gotta go. See a dead end beneath us. Certainly getting plenty of dragon play here early on in the dungeon. Big fan of the big monster battles, so not gonna complain about that in the least. Picking up a fireball storm there as we move to the T-shape intersection. Pick up some Easter rocks. For a moment there, I thought I was going to be fancy and just sort of spin to win. Then I remembered these things in tandem have a much higher damage output than I could hope to survive. As you can see, we're down to 400 health in a hurry. Fortunately, we're also down to a one-on-one battle as I gave up being fancy and just decided to mash circle like it was the only button on the controller. See, the stairs down are directly beside us, so we're going to head down and hit this lower branch here. Pivot room's got a bit of an open stage for combat, and we will use it for another Dalagun Anik fight. Love that straightforward look, and I love the critical after critical after critical after critical. You get it. Tedious to say, never a bore to watch, especially when it's your weapon firing off. Fireball storm out of the chest and nada out of the warrior. Let's see what we get out of the portal in the C-shaped room. Looks like just a treasure. That's going to give us some Gaia hands. Pick up the moon out of the chest that was there the whole darn time. And head to our dead end. Got a portal right at the juncture in the middle of this cutout section. That portal's going to give us another trio of Easter rocks. Learning my lesson from last time, we're going to mitigate our chances to take chained up damage from Easter rocks and just go after them one at a time. Beneficial to fight a little smarter this time as Riggeem and Rigsame both decide to take leave of us. Not that we were really missing them. Took a bit of damage there fighting the second, but nothing too major overall, and we are rewarded with the Hanged Man out of the altar chest and another room successfully cleared. Believe there's one more portal left on this floor. It's all the way over by the stairs down. I think there's a connecting room with a singular portal, if I recall. Gonna take a gamble here. We've handled everything ably so far, so leave Riggeem and Rigsame down. And it's a dragon battle. We should be fine. Biggest thing about it is it's a one-on-one battle, and we know we could actually tank the damage. Pick up a bearcat egg. Certain members of the community would say that's the best grunty food. We all know where I stand on this issue, of course. La Pumpkin for life. Second floor here is going to be a fairly straightforward open as we have a little bit of a hallway, followed by one of those weird sort of capital T-shaped rooms that the little flare-outs on each side. Got that altar right in the middle of the base. But we got to get there, so let's get going. First portal is some risky business, easily dealt with a fortune wire, and yielding some imps-like mail. Nice darkness attribute gear there. Here we're up against a brown worm. We've moved into a completely different type of dragon-like being. This, of course, earth tolerant, so our magic selection of Yarthgans not going to help us out against the flying worm. We'll pick the moon up out of the chest and move to the C-shaped room beneath us. have a potential statue room sighting, and there is King Worm, everybody's favorite magic tolerant baddie. Can also paralyze you. Worth mentioning that it seems to always have its eye on you. Of course, grown-up version of the evergreen baby worm. Both are about the size of a small, country. Big old worms. Take the king worm down. Pick up a fireball storm and move onward. King worm number 2, let's see if it's every bit as nice to us, or will we have to deal with some paralyzing shenanigans. Hit us for a bit over 100 there. Yeah, about 150 it seems on those slam attacks in that range. Now that is the end in fact. We've reached the last few portals of this dungeon. Nice quick run here if we can survive. Racking up those 278s on the brown worm. One more Dalagon Anik with a portal outstanding, so this is either the final or penultimate battle, depending on what that portal yields. Very easily could be a treasure. If that is the last battle, it was a spectacular one for us. Time to find out. Nope. We've got a battle here, and it is a brown worm to finish it. So an all-melee endeavor for Grumpo Guy. Was actually contemplating casting Yarthkins there, and once again, just like the second portal on the field, outcome of the monster said that hesitation was my best call, as I did not waste the attack. Pick up a Bearcat Egg and a Flame Blast, and now little to do but check out the statue chest. Grab a quick heal here in transit for the sake of appearance. Get ourselves all prettied up for our reward. And here we are in the statue room. Vulcan looking on. So we pick up a Fox Crest, a Rainbow card, and a Light Cross. Got some interesting gear there. Fox Crest, of course, level 61 light head armor. Fantastic item if you're looking spells wise. It's got Ola Repth. Fantastic heal item. Gonna give you a little water resistance there. Also picked up some Gaia hands. Got Gandon and Deck Corv. Decent level 59 heavy hand armor there. See that body score of 12, probably the biggest thing it's got going for. Picked up some Stone Graves here. Once again, right in that mid to high 50s range. And some Imp's Leg Mail. My mistake, I did misspeak earlier. I said it was a darkness gear. I was just sort of going off the word imps. It's clearly earth by this whole thing, so everything stayed very much in tune on that. The Fox Crest with the water and all of the other armor was earth related. Do hope you enjoyed this run. I know it was probably not the most exciting run I've been on of late, but it's a good classic adventure, and hey, if you're looking for somewhere to party up and run, this is a fantastic area. Level 50, but the enemies here, aside from the King Worm, don't have anything too nasty going in the way of status effects. Party in their 40s should easily be able to band together and handle this with some decent communication. That said, this has been a Grumpy Old Guy Gaming. Hope you enjoyed the watch. Hope you're doing well out there wherever you are, whatever you're doing. take care, and we will see you around.